Is Hyundai stock bought or sold after the new anti-cancer drug policy is reached? Moderna stock is under pressure despite forging a deal with privately held Carisma Therapeutics to collaborate on up to a dozen cancer treatments. Carisma engineers macrophages, a type of white blood cell that surrounds and kills microorganisms, removes dead cells and can stimulate other immune cells, according to cancer.gov. Moderna plans to develop what are known as CRM treatments using Carisma's technology delivered by its system of lipid nanoparticles. Lipid nanoparticles are water-soluble fat droplets. The company also recently dosed the first participant in a study of its vaccine to block Epstein-Barr virus, a major cause of infectious mononucleosis. Further, Moderna says its COVID booster shot leads to a 37-fold increase in omicron-blocking antibody. The booster is half the size of the full vaccine. It's now authorized in the US for adults 6 months after their primary series. Despite the promising test results, Moderna stock fell. The Omicron variant contains multiple changes to its spike protein that lower the effectiveness of shots from Moderna and Pfizer. Both companies say a booster dose increases antibody levels against Omicron. The biotech is also working on a flu shot. In a recent study, Moderna's flu vaccine generated a similar level of antibodies as a popular vaccine from Sanofi, and Moderna stock fell. The company says the flu shot could be added to other vaccines protecting against respiratory diseases. So, all in all, is Moderna stock a buy or a sell today? A fundamental look at Moderna stock. The biotech company is banking on its messenger RNA, or mRNA, technology. Messenger RNA is a substance in the body that delivers the instructions for creating protein. So-called spike proteins cover the type of coronavirus that causes COVID-19. Moderna's vaccine contains mRNA that tells the body to produce a structure similar to the spike protein. The idea is that this will trigger the immune system to create disease-fighting antibodies and T cells. Moderna now has 3 quarters of profitability. In the third quarter, Moderna earned $7.70 a share on $4.97 billion in sales. The latter number includes $4.81 billion in sales of its COVID vaccine. Both measures lagged expectations, though grew bullishly. The revenue growth was massive and profits are bullish, though it's still early innings. Slim investors are encouraged to seek stocks with recent 20% to 25% quarterly revenue and earnings growth. The bigger that growth, the better. In the fourth quarter, analysts polled by FactSet expect Moderna to earn $9.14 per share on $6.22 billion in sales. Earnings would turn around from year-earlier losses and sales would grow by a triple-digit percentage. Moderna stock has a composite rating of 43 out of a best possible 99. The composite rating is a measure of a stock's key fundamental and technical measures. So mRNA stock ranks just below the top half of all stocks on those measures. What does 2020 say about mRNA stock? Moderna stock went public at 23 in late 2018. In 2020, shares rocketed more than 434%. The gain was less bullish in 2021 with shares rising 143%. Still, the strong Moderna stock action does not extend to fundamental measures. In 2020, Moderna reported a loss of $1.96 per share on $803 million in sales. Sales soared, but losses deepened. Moderna also just cut its outlook for 2021. Now, the company expects $15 billion to $18 billion in full-year sales of its COVID shot. That lagged analysts' projections, and mRNA stock tumbled. The company also cut its expectations for production in 2021 to 700 million to 800 million doses, down from its prior outlook for 800 million to 1 billion. In 2021, analysts expect Moderna to earn $26.73 per share on $17.71 billion in sales. Earnings would swing from year-ago losses and sales would soar by a quadruple-digit percentage. Moderna stock, technical analysis. Moderna stock isn't currently forming a chart pattern. According to MarketSmith.com, investors are encouraged to buy a stock when it tops a buy point. Bearishly, Moderna stock has dropped below its 50-day and 200-day moving averages as of December 28. It remained there on January 18. Shares have a relative strength rating of 36. The RS rating is a 1 to 99 measure of a stock's 12-month performance. This means Moderna stock narrowly outranks the bottom one-third of all stocks on that metric. But mRNA stock has a poor EPS rating of 68. Still reflecting years of per-share losses. Keep tabs on IBD Digital for more on stock rating. COVID vaccine facing competition. Moderna has finished submitting data to the FDA to secure full approval for its coronavirus vaccine. The vaccine from Pfizer and its partner, biotech, is already fully approved for people age 16 and older. This means the companies can market to consumers and change the price. Recently, Moderna submitted initial data to the FDA and the European Medicines Agency for its COVID booster shot. The FDA and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention just authorized the COVID booster for all adults 6 months after finishing their primary series. Johnson & Johnson recipients can get a booster 2 months after their first shot. Recipients of the Pfizer-BioNTech shot can seek a booster at 5 months. The FDA is holding off on making its decision on the Moderna shot in teens to investigate the potential tie between the messenger RNA vaccines and heart inflammation in young people. As part of their approval, Pfizer and BioNTech will continue to study that potential side effect in their vaccine. The firm also unveiled promising results for a half-size dosage of its vaccine in children aged 6 to 11. Children produced a comparable level of antibodies to what the company saw in young adults. Further, side effects were in line with what the company has seen in teens and adults. Moderna is still enrolling children below the age of 6 in the ongoing study. So, is Moderna stock a buy or sell right now? Moderna stock isn't a buy right now. Shares aren't forming a definitive chart pattern. The company has managed to put together strong sales growth. Analysts expect it to continue in the future. Further, they see the company as solidly profitable in the near future. But analysts call for both metrics to decline in 2022. Shares have a strong RS rating, but the company's composite rating is below the upper echelon of stock. It will be important to watch Moderna's efforts to distribute its coronavirus vaccine. That could help stoke both mRNA stock and the biotech company's financial. To find the best stocks to buy and watch, check out IBD stock list. Make sure to also keep tabs on stocks to buy or sell. Follow Alison Gatlin on Twitter at IBD_Gatlin.